Yeah, it was a fairy tale kind of ending to my career. You know, I was obviously, we all know I was doing the VIP gig. I lined up at Paula and Hangtown, and then like I was practicing starts. I was a yard sale. Like I literally tried these really tall starting blocks. I hit the middle of where they dropped the gate. Like I was just all over the place. I was just not dialed in, and took a break, got everything better. And, you know, what a dream day, really. I mean, it's just insane, and it's an honor to be able to battle with these guys. I mean, to see the pace of the next generation. I mean, I was good back in my day, but these guys are really good now.
Scott, you're on moto now. I mean, you mentioned the pace of the next generation, but yet you're out there and you win the second moto. Is that a surprise to you? What were you expecting?
I mean, to be honest, like I was terrible the first 2 rounds. If I would have gone 5-5 today, that would have been a win for me. You know, I mean, obviously I got a little bit of a gift. Deegan got off to a not as good of a start as me in Moto 2, and then Joe lost his rear brake, and then he went off the track like a wildcat. And so I got gifted there, and I just ran with it. And I was like, man, I'm definitely kind of tired, but these are the last laps of my professional career. And I said, you got that dog in you, let's go.
Jett Bieber, Whiskey Dog Media. This is also from Jeremy. A lot of people on the side of the track after you finished on the podium in that first moto and then started going out and just getting it in the second moto, the kind of consensus was that, man, this was hard. Is that the most heart you've ever put into a moto in your life?
Yeah, I definitely put a lot of heart into it to keep the number one at bay. It's not easy, right, to keep these guys. Like I said, that next generation speed is insane. I've had another proper dig like that at Millville here, and I think of 2020 COVID year with Dylan. We went down to the last lap. It was a Moto 2 or whatever. We had a gnarly brawl, but yeah, I was just grateful. I was trying to hide the tears, man. I went up for the Grand Marshal deal, and I broke down on the podium, and you know, I saw my brother and my family at different times throughout the day, and I was like, man, you gotta get your shit together. Like, these are the last 2 motos of your career. So I was able to do that, and as Deegan says, lock in. I locked in, and you know, yeah, I got her done.
Justin Schuler, Transfer Motocross. Haiden and Joe, this question's for you, but it's also kind of related to J Mart. But you just hear J Mart right there say that you guys had incredible speed. You guys have a bunch of talent, have a lot of raw speed with this next generation of riders coming up. What's that like to hear that from someone like J Mart, a champion in this sport, you know, guy who's done so much for this sport, both on and off the track? What's that like for you guys to hear that from someone that's sitting right there next to you?
Yeah, definitely. He's raced a lot of badass dudes on a dirt bike, so for him to say that, it's awesome. And age is just a number clearly for him. To go out there in the second moto and dig like that, I'm gonna be honest, I sprinted towards him, but with like 5 laps to go, I'm like, it's all yours. I ain't got really nothing left in the tank. So yeah, props to him, but man, he was moving.
Yeah, same as him. It's crazy to hear, right? And then, yeah, all these experiences, the races he had, what he's saying is really real. Like, it means a lot. It means a lot. So, crazy. So.
Andrew Ruggiero, Moto Now. Jeremy, after a stand-up performance like that, is there a part of you that wants to continue your career?
I knew that question might come. Yeah, I'm content, right? Like, I've accepted it. I don't know if you're ever like the motivation and when you get on top of the box, that drug, right? Like winning, that high. That's what we all chase every Saturday, right? Like it's a drug and it consumes you. And when you get it year after year after year and you can be in that position, how do you, those endorphins alone, like how do you just say, hey, I'm done? I definitely miss it. But I'm ready for chapter 2 in life. It does come at some point, and you know, I'm passing the baton on to these guys, you know, and I'm just gonna sit back, be your VIP host, cheer them on, and you know, salute them, have a beer, go try other things in life.
Okay, for Haiden and Joe, after the week that you both had coming off of last week, Joe, you winning, Haiden, you recovering after those slams, to have Moto 1 happen like you guys did and then the back and forth, can you take us through that?
Yeah, I tried to sprint in the beginning, so I knew if I can get into the lead, maybe I can manage it. And I seen Joe in second. I knew he was gonna charge hard, and I've kind of just been laid up on the couch for literally the whole week. I mean, I touched the bike once on Thursday to do some starts, and I was like, it's too much in pain, and it's not even worth it. So I was like, I'm gonna give it all I got, but Joe's moving, so we'll see. And we ended up coming to a pretty gnarly battle at the end. It was pretty fun. I was definitely quite out of breath, but it was fun.
Yeah, same week for me. Actually back down on the riding a little bit. We're getting, Florida's getting hot and not a necessary need to do motos or stuff like that. But yeah, like you said, we had a great battle. I mean, I had a little opening when he went outside. The lapper went inside, so any kind of opening, I think we all have to go in there. But yeah, after I got past, I think he was just a little better, pick up some lines, and the pace increased. So first moto had nothing really in me either on the speed. So.
Hey Joe, to stick with you, you had your brakes go out in Moto 2, and we know that some of you guys do momentum motos where you don't do a clutch or you don't do a rear brake. Is that something that you do? And then how did your instincts kick in not to panic on this track, especially with a 500-foot descent?
For Moto 2, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty sketchy, to be honest. Especially downhill, when you only have a front brake, like all the bike angle changes, and it's like if I overshoot a little bit on the roller, like landed on the bumps, you can get pretty sketchy really quick. So but once later in the moto, once the berm got built up, once the rut got built up, then I could really trust my front end, and I could have some kind of pace to manage it. So not a good track to have rear brake.
Jeremy, you put down a 2-minute flat lap time, I think, with 4 or 5 laps left, and you started slowly. Sorry, that was a really fast lap time. You started slowly kind of building your lead after that. At what point did you realize hey, this is maybe my moto to win, and what were those last few laps like?
Yeah, so my mechanic Millsy put on the board 5 to go, and I was kind of looking back, and I saw the red number 1 with the red background, and I was like, dude, I'm in the danger zone. And I was just like, well, I don't know, man. I got 5 laps. I've led quite a bit because Joe went off the track, and I'm just like, dude, this is the last 5 laps of your life. And I was like, I raced Leadville 100-mile mountain bike race last year, and I was like, I'm sorry, Deegs, I'm going for this thing. I'll die for this thing. I'll bleed for it. So, I just tried to clean up some areas and put in a good little surge there to try to get him. And I also at the same time too, he's in championship mode, right? I have nothing to lose. So 2 different perspectives, right? He's long term. I'm just living for the day.
Hey, to touch on your mechanic, one of the coolest things that any of us really have ever seen from mechanics, did you catch all 3 pit boards on that last lap? The job well done?
Yeah.
And what did that mean to you to have the team do that for you?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I mean, just, these guys there's a lot of bikes, a lot of moving parts going on in this team. There's 8 250 riders, right? 4 of them unfortunately got injured, and that's how I got the opportunity in the first place, right? And they really do work together. And I was, I've had a couple different mechanics. People were filling in here, others were helping me here. So, I got to know everybody on a personal level, and I'm forever grateful for it, man. This is it was really special to have everybody in the paddock. In a sense, just happy for you.
Yeah, first one I had a really good start and just tipped it over, and just worked my way back to second, and just couldn't make it back to HJ, but second one was able to make a good start again, and then try and just ride with no mistakes and not make that same mistake twice, and we just pulled it off. Hunter was there the entire time. He was riding really well, but no, it was a good moto.
Scott Yarjo moto now. Hunter, another second to Jett. Obviously, it's great. You guys are brothers. You won 2. You have a minute and 20 seconds over 4th place. So incredible riding. But what is your thought on the track in that second moto? You have to beat Jett for the overall, and are you frustrated pulling off?
I'm just trying to go fast. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. I'm just trying to go faster to catch him. And I'm frustrated after because I want to win. So I think it's a pretty
everyone can almost probably imagine in their head what I'm thinking out there, because it's not that crazy of a thought. It's just exactly what it is.
And I guess Chase, I think you're 30 or 40 seconds back. You have kind of a front row seat to the pace that they're running. What do you need to do to be better?
Go faster down the hills. I was losing a lot of time, and after about 15 minutes, I said, I think I'm just gonna get to the next race and not try and kill myself down these things. For me, they felt really, really sketchy, and the track was very fast, so I was just a little bit uncomfortable. But also, I mean, they kept the same pace the whole time and just pulled away. So they were riding really well and looked like they were really comfortable. So we lived to fight for another weekend, and I just want to get better and better. I feel like my early laps were better today, but just really slow. I think I could have walked down the hill faster than I was going.
Kevin Brown with 12 Moto Live, really for Jett and Hunter. Jett, I think in the morning you said that the track wasn't as deep, like it was a little bit more hard packed today. And for both of you guys, you both were sending it down the hill all day long. Hunter more so, I feel like, even in the bottom of the hill. Just talk about that dynamic, because as Chase just mentioned, it's gnarly and it got really choppy. So how do you kind of balance where to push and maybe not go too far over the edge with that?
Yeah, I think you just got to trust your bike is the main thing down the hill. That hill, you really got to have a lot of trust in your bike and your ability in case something does go wrong. And yeah, even though I was sending a little bit, I was still losing some time. The Hunter he was jumping that last little bit, that was getting us that little bit extra time on me.
I kind of just like push as fast as I can go to where I feel like if I went any more, I'd probably just crash. So like right at that fine line, and then just big balls down the hill.
Justin Schuler, Transworld Motocross. Chase, just coming back obviously from injury, these last 2 rounds, a 5th at Red Bud, a 3rd here. Is this right around the range of your expectations, or is it exceeding your expectations, below your expectations? And then what do you take from these 2 top 5 overalls into Washougal and the rest of the outdoor season?
Yeah, I didn't really have too high of expectations coming in. For whatever reason, I felt like I was a rookie again at Red Bud. I don't know why. I felt super out of place, and I was able to ride pretty well second moto, but I still had a ways to go. And even today, I got a little bit better speed-wise at the beginning, but just like I said, we got a lot of work to do with the bike, with myself, and it's just an ongoing battle. But I think next week in Washougal I really like, and from here on out the tracks I really enjoy. So we'll see. Just try and get better and try and battle with these 2. They've been crushing it.
Any of the 3 of you can answer this, but we're going into our 3rd year of the SMX Championship, and we've seen how this has gone on. All 3 of you have missed time this year, and quite a few of your competitors dropped out this week as well. After taking the time off, kind of going through it, Jett, you as a 2-time champion, what's the dynamic like to race all season, try to keep yourself healthy, or do what you did, Chase, take the time off when you know you need the break and then come in for that last push?
I don't know, honestly. Just stay focused on each round and try and not create risk where you don't need to.
I hadn't missed a race in a while, so it was nice to have time off. But I wanted to come back, obviously, to get in a good enough point seed for the first race. I came in leading last 2 years, and it hasn't worked out very well. I don't think I finished the second moto at the last round, so just trying to come in and get a good seed coming in, and then also just try and get some momentum back on my side and start to fire those last 3 hours.
You guys were talking about going down that margin quite a bit. I'm curious, is that super steep and you have a ton of speed? How does that rank compared to other obstacles across the entire circuit? Obviously you had the leap at Red Bud and other things. Is that one of the most scariest or thought-provoking obstacles in any track?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the gnarliest. I mean, how rough it gets. If you went over there now and walked down it and seen some of the bumps and how big they are, and then realize how fast we're going down it, it puts things into a pretty respectable perspective.
Thank you boys very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.